Alright, so we are back for another review, and today we have the Whizzer BS1. So this more fun earbud design, $25, and actually nice build quality here. You do get that maybe open style at the side. So this reminds me a lot of maybe a Xiaomi style earbud, and some people actually don't like an IEM design because sometimes it's a bit too big for some people's ears. And having this more safe design, let's say a less enthusiast look, can be safer for some people. It might fit more ears. So there's still market for this kinds of earphones, and this is gonna be our unboxing experience. Of course, this is your Whizzer BS1, and yeah, this has that maybe Xiaomi style, actually the Xiaomi design. Let's check what you are getting in the box. And yeah, from the get-go, this does look quite cool with that open back kind of style. So hopefully it is open back because that will be interesting. But let's check out. Actually, fairly nice package overall for a $25 pair. And I seem that you're getting that braided cable there, so that's quite nice for me overall. And you're getting another box here, which might include your tips, and it seems that you have a carrying pouch as well. This is a kind of a faux leather carrying pouch, which is kind of nice here. Matte black in design, and of course inside you are getting your tips as well. And you're getting a mic clip here as well. So this is not your typical IM design. This has your Xiaomi style. And maybe I did remember seeing this as well with the Zenfurs of the world. Let's try to put this on the ear, and of course have our first listen and have our first wear as well. And actually the cable, it's braided, so that's nice. But it's not actually that thick, braided cable. So this is more in the thin side of braided cables in general, but still I would say pretty good that you have braided cables, because yeah, sometimes having that maybe normal cables will bog down after some time. So this might be better in longevity. So this reminds me of, yeah, again, Xiaomi style design, but this is a bit more upscale in the build quality here. So let's try to put this on the ear. Alright, so putting this on the ear, definitely this is not an open back design, so I can still there's still some isolation here, but actually the isolation is not that much. So compared to your usual IEM designs, this has still a bit of maybe noise bleed here. So still not the best isolation. In terms of the comfort, I will still pick IEM counterparts over this, so I can feel the big rounded shape on this in my lobes. So this is not the most comfortable, not the most kind of contoured shape that I've worn on the ear. I would say it's still not bad, but obviously the Xiaomi's are still maybe a bit better in the fit, because this is a bit bigger for me. And actually in terms of stability, these types of earphones not so bad, because this does have that maybe additional support for your lobes because of that bigger style. This reminds me of maybe the AirPods in terms of the fit on the ear. So the stability is actually quite good even for an earphone without ear hooks. So not so bad on that. Right, so I'm gonna try to measure this up and try to give you guys my impressions in the sound. And yeah, first impressions, I'm listening to them right now. This is more of a bright presentation to the ear. So as you guys can see in the signature, you're getting that maybe 5K to 8K hump there. So you're getting that elevation there on top, fairly flat bass, and you do get that 12K, but just a touch of elevation there. So yeah, bright presentation here through and through. So this is a bit different compared to some Opera factories that I unboxed before, that the bass is really elevated in the mix. So this one is a bit more controlled, and again more in the clear presentation here. So overall the sound here is bright, clear, and really engaging to listen to. Alright, so going to the sound quality, I'm going to the bass response. So this has again ample impact for me in the mix, but this is not an overly bassy presentation. So this still has that controlled nature to the sound. This is still not the most technically capable bass. I would characterize the bass here to still be more in the fun side. So this is not your monitoring type of bass. So this is not your boring bass at all. But for some people, the quantity might not be that much, because yeah, the bass here is a bit flat in the response here. So this is not your maybe overwhelming bass. So for some tracks, like for example maybe some EDM hip hop, you might be looking for a bit more elevation in the bass there. So you might want to do some bass boost in your software to be able to have more bass here. But next is going to the vocals and the mids. So actually the vocals from here, the positioning is a bit maybe recessed than what I would like. So maybe 1 to 2 dB recessed than what I would like. So the positioning is not perfect for me. Like for example in Eric Clapton's vocals, I'm looking for a bit more elevation in the vocal region there. here. And the presentation as well is not the thickest presentation. So definitely, yeah, for this, I would say the mids is kind of the weakness for me. Also, I did encounter some hotness as well, maybe some snare hits and some guitars as well. So there's, this is not the most tame IEM that you can listen to. So going to the top end, I'm listening to some Joe Satriani jumping in. So this is the highlight for me of this IEM. Of course, this is more of a bright presentation. So for guitar tracks, for acoustic tracks, this just really shines. So it makes the guitars more lively. It makes the guitars more revealing to listen to. So it's not boxed off to listen to. So definitely this is more of an enthusiast, type of signature to the ear. So yeah, for some tracks, this just really shines for me. For jazz tracks as well, for some instrumentals, this will be really nice top end. But one downside for me of the top end here is there's some hotness for me in some tracks. Yeah, not the most tame here. So if you are treble sensitive, this might not be the pick that you would want. So going to soundstage and some technicalities. So actually the stage for me here is quite decent. It's above average for me, and the imaging as well is pretty good. So for $25, maybe that bigger dynamic driver helped out in the resolution in that part. So if you're looking for some stage with this form factor, this might be one of your considerations. In terms of the micro detail, this does have a bit of micro detail, a bit more so compared to some dynamic drivers, but when you compare this to BAs, this won't match up. So that's quite good. Maybe the driver that they used here again resolves a bit more micro detail than usual. Alright, so for the Whizzer BS1, so what do I think of it? So first, I do think this has a unique selling point because in the $25 range, there's not a lot of maybe earbud style design with a bright signature. So if you're looking for that, so this might be your pick. For me personally, so this lacks a bit of versatility for me. For some genres, I'm looking for a bit more bass oomph there. For some genres, it's a bit kind of tinny to listen to, lacking bass response. So for guitar tracks, for acoustic tracks, this is really nice. So this is a bit more specialized in the genre, let's say, but yeah, for the versatility, this is not the most versatile that you can get. So it didn't really blow me away per se, but I do think some people will still like this because of the form factor, because some people doesn't like an IEM form factor, and for this form factor, this is one of the few that I have seen with this signature. So this still can play well with some people. That will depend on your preferences there. Alright, so that's my take with the Whizzer BS1. What do you think of this? Have you listened to this? Of course, let me know down in the comments below. Do you own a Whizzer product? What do you own and what do you think of them as well as a brand? Let me know down in the comments below. Of course, that's it for our review. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next zpolt review. Goodbye.